Hey guys, it's Lemming Rush, and today we're going to be watching a replay of me in the Fv4202. In the end, I believe this game was around 8,600 damage, so probably the best game I've ever played in this tank. And so I just wanted to share it with you guys, because in my opinion, it was really, really well played. Alright, so I've skipped through the driving parts. Basically, we're on Abbey, and I just want to take the middle, and the reason I want to take the middle is because I look at their lineup, and I see they've got a ton of tank destroyers. And on this map, I know from experience that TDs love to camp base. And typically, the middle of the map, like where I'm driving around, is great for countering that. So I know that they're likely all going to be camping base, so I just put myself here, and it's going to give me great shots on the base. If, let's pretend they had an actual lineup with like real tanks, like a heavy and medium, you know, heavies and mediums, I would probably be playing the 2-line because that would be more important. But just because of where their whole team is likely to be, the middle is great because it allows me just to put, you know, shots into the base campers really easily and safely. So, yeah. So at a Karn who's AFK, we're just going to keep shooting at his spot even though he's unlit. We end up to get the kill, which is pretty cool. And I see a Yag Tiger and a 268. So we're going to try to put shots into them. We put a shot into the Yag Tiger and it does pen, which is perfect. He spots us, so we're just not going to take hits. When you're playing this spot, you have to be really careful because sometimes tanks will go over to here and they'll be able to put shots into you. It works vice versa. Obviously, you can put shots into them too. But you're basically putting yourself into what could be a crossfire. But because they don't really have many heavy tanks to go the 2-line, it's a relatively safe position where I'm at. So yeah, right now I'm noticing, okay, my platoon mate's sort of down at F4, and he's got a Lorraine with him. I noticed the 140 was YOLOing, otherwise if that 140 hadn't saved my teammate, I would have helped my teammate out. So yeah, we're lit. We spotted 268. I'm going to try to put a shot into him. Hits his track, so it actually does nothing. And we're just going to sort of wait until we're unlit. We've already done 1,500 damage, so yeah. I'm just going to sort of speed it up, because basically this whole game is played here. We spot a Tiger too. I'm looking for his track here. I see that I do track him. I'm just going to, you know, stay safe so he doesn't return fire, and he ends up repairing his track, so yeah. Let's see. Right now we're just sort of playing here. I want to see if I can kill the 268 and stuff who are camping base, so I try to spot them. Spot the Yag Tiger, and I'm going to take a shot at his lower glacis. Low rolls again. We've had a lot of low rolls this game, which is sort of unfortunate. It sounds like artillery takes a pot shot at us, but to be honest, I think it's the Tiger 2 shooting HE or something. That's a lot more realistic, because I don't have any artillery, so it would be sort of impossible for Artie to shoot at us. So yeah. Right now, it's just sort of a matter of playing this area. I'm just going to put it in ×2 because it's not really special. Spot a Leopard prototype. We're going to shoot it in. And right now we're just sort of making sure we aren't lit. We take a couple blind shots at where that Tiger 2 used to be. Looks like we may have hit him. There's a Yag Tiger. And we're just going to see if we can finish off that Tiger 2, hopefully, or any of the base campers. We noticed the 140's pushing up, so he should be able to spot for us. There's that Tiger 2. There's also the JPE. We try to pen the JPE. It bounces because he was like held down or whatnot. So yeah. And at this time in chat, I realized that the JPE is spamming heat. And the reason I know, like the reason I put 2 and 2 together is, it's not paused, okay, good. I saw the JPE's tracer at, I don't know which it was. I don't know if it was the E4 or the VK. I saw it was a heat tracer. And then I also recognized that artillery likes sounding shell. And typically heat, if it hits near you, will sound very similar to a high explosive shell. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you can generally tell if someone's spamming heat or not. So yeah. Anyways, we're out of the middle. I want to try to help us win the 1-2 line. I know they've got a lot of hit points on them, and this is sort of when the game begins to really get interesting. I'm just going to speed it up because this thing drives slowly. Right now we're trying to flank them. We obviously want to put rear pressure on them to try to force them to make mistakes. Notice there's a waffle on the 9-0. And as we're driving around here, the biggest thing is not to run head-on into a 268. So it's likely they're all facing, you know, forwards, but you just want to be sort of careful, and that's why I'm sort of not going, well, I'm going 40, but at the same time I'm not going super quick. There's a new 100. And this is where the armor of this thing comes in really effective. He bounces a heat shot off of us. And I do a bit of shit talking in chat. I say heat won't save you. And it's sort of funny because this guy actually reads the chat, and you can tell because of the amount of, like, he uses AP and HE on me, which is pretty great. So he's just coming around the corner. We are reloaded. We go for his track. He spammed a heat shell at us, and I could tell because the tracer was white, sort of silvery. try to put a shot into that 268, and we're just going to sort of keep giving ground, allowing our 4202 and the 62A to push through, because, you know, that mouse is now basically has no support, so yeah. 268 falls back, we put a shot into the U100's, like, the bar on top of his tank, because that actually is a hitbox, so yeah. And he actually shoots, what the hell? That was a HE. Okay, so he shot HE at us. So I say HE won't save you either in chat. Well, this was pretty funny. We put a shot into his lower plate here. We're going to put another before he reloads. Perfect. And I think he's going to reload before, yeah, he gets the shot into us. It was another HE shell for 373 damage. And we end up getting the kill. So now it's just sort of a matter of pushing up here. We're going to want to focus down basically the biggest threat. That's going to be the 268. I would have rather shot at the mouse, but just because of the position I was in, it was safer to shoot at the 268. So yeah, you can see we're loading Hesh for our next shell. And the reason for that is I want to be basically increasing my DPM here. That's going to allow me to do a lot more damage and potentially kill him in less shots. So yeah, going to put just keep putting Hesh through the back of his tank. Hesh is really, really good for that. It's really, like, it's a great shell when you're at the back of tanks because it does a lot more damage. So yeah. So there we go. This guy has become a 4-shot instead of a 5-shot. That's going to be our last Hesh shell for the kill. Perfect. And now it's just a matter of going and killing that JPE. So in this game, I had to do MT15, I think it was, and do 2k damage to tank destroyers. So yeah, I'd say in chat, yo, if you don't mind, may I kill the JPE? I need to finish MT15, 2k damage to TDs. The 4202 says sure, and the T28, Nate_H also says sure, which is really, really nice of them, actually. Unfortunately, the T28 goes and dies. I wish he didn't, because then he wouldn't have to have paid his repair bill, but it was really, really nice of him for him to let me finish this mission, so yeah. Basically, now we're just trying to circle the JPE. You can see my first shot bounce. I was trying to track him. And for the back of a JPE, I don't feel super comfortable shooting Hesh, because Hesh has like 210 pen or whatever. I'd rather just shoot the APCR and make sure these go in, so yeah. We're going to pick up our 4th kill in a second, and that's going to be the game. So, and then we can basically just go read out the end plates or whatever, so yeah. Alrighty, so as you can see, this replay was 117,000 credits, 4,100 XP on the double. This was 8,700 damage, 4 kills, and 1,369 base XP. And we ended up making about 30,000 credits, you know, minus, because we were shooting gold Hesh, it ended up getting expensive. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this replay, and if you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, I see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.